One size fits all. Write it down. I don't see you writing. Write it down. I want to see you writing it. I'm watching. Now cross it out.
And put an extra. You're making me a mess here.
One size never fits all.
The bottom line, folks, is there's all sorts of different gear out there. What I would say, most importantly, is make sure it's specific to your gun. Stuff like this, nylon, okay, that's a one size fits all, I would stay away from it. And the reason being is it's not going to retain your gun.
Retention, something to think about. You may want retention, you may not want retention. I'd say at the very least, you want some sort of passive retention, meaning it's held in by friction. So I don't want a no retention holster that just basically depends on gravity to hold my gun in, because if I were to trip and fall or sit down, lay down, whatever it is, my firearm's likely to fall out. Passive retention holsters that use friction, they're, I'd say, at the very minimum of the standard there that I want to go with. You've got your active retention holsters, like this one right here, that actually has a button, they're a lever that I have to hit to get my pistol out. Active retention, aka mechanical active retention, meaning there's a device in place that I have to defeat in order to get the firearm out.
People have a tendency when they first start getting into guns, so to speak, they put a lot of focus on the gun and they don't think about the importance of the support equipment.
Make sense? If all things are in play, I can trip, fall, heck, I can fall off a ravine. And this thing is not going to come out of here unless I do what? Defeat a mechanical device in order to get it out. From there, we've got different types of holsters. We've got your moldable plastic holsters, which are pretty popular in the range plinking competition stages, right? Where they're just a big holster, this hard plastic, and it's meant there just to hold a gun, right? Then I've got my leather holsters out there, which are made for more comfort, that press up against the body, and they're comfortable against the body because they got that leather, nice smooth leather against the body, and it doesn't hurt too much at all. And then I've got the Kydex Plastic. Kydex is kind of the newest, latest, greatest out there. So it's a smaller, thinner, moldable plastic. You're seeing it being used by a lot of folks out there for concealed carry, for outside the waistband, pretty much overall general use.
And what companies will do is they will mold the Kydex specifically to the gun. I need to make sure that it allows me a good full grip of my gun while it's in the holster, so I can achieve a good master grip on the gun without manipulating it right from the holster. And does it cover my trigger guard? All right, so those are important things we look for. There's a bunch out there. Just make sure you're buying quality stuff and make sure it's specific to the gun world, right? Because ideally what I'm looking for is something that's rigid, all right? Now this is nylon, but once it's married up to this belt, this one is actually reinforced. It becomes very, very rigid, and now it keeps everything where it needs to be, and I can have a nice clean draw stroke. Don't be afraid to have a little bit of a process of elimination, right? Sometimes something that looked really good on the internet or one of your friends had, you get it and then just decide it doesn't work for you. I think anyone that's been in the gun world for a period of time, they probably have a couple of drawers filled with stuff that just didn't work.